Okay, it's time to play as the Bears. We got Chicago style coaching the Chicago Bears. Alrighty, free agency over. Obviously, we got a big one. We didn't get Jenkins back, which I didn't franchise him. Could have, chose not to. But got a fair bit of some signings here. A lot of 1 year, so like Pickett's on a 7, basically just keep him as a backup forever. Trimble's on a 3. 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 4. 3, 1, 1, 3, 1, 1. So, not a lot of long-term depth. But to give everyone an idea of what this is looking like, I don't think the team looks that bad. Obviously, once Tyron Smith's healthy, he takes over the starting job. But he will also let me re-sign Jones, because now Jones will want to be here because he has a mentor. So it's a plus. We have 2 good running backs here. We didn't make any real moves yet, but that's where this is coming in pre-draft. We filled some spots, but nothing great. But I know who I need to move. I know what I want to move. It's just time to institute the plan. Trade number 1. DJ Moore, a 5th and 6th this year, a 7th and 2 years, or 6th and 2 years, for Sweat, tackle from the Titans, a 3rd this year, a 4th next year, and a 4th in 2 years. Why? I don't think DJ Moore needs to be here anymore. I don't think he does. I really haven't think he has needed to be here. And frankly, that wasn't the weapon they needed at all. And we can fill with a different speed demon. But at the moment, what does that do? That makes this almost impeccable. I can't ask for any better here. We're shoring up this defense, which is what they need to do, because this D-line's bad. But I also need O-line help. And that is where Everett and Burns come in, as well as Gordon. I have an idea. I just need to see if it's going to work. Biggest issue is no one wants to make a trade prior to the draft, which is understandable. So I guess we're going to have to go into the draft with what we got and then try to move them afterwards. So let's do that. So I did make a trade out of the 4th position to the 9th position, which is their 1st rounder this year. But I do get a 3rd and 4th. Next year I get a 4th and 5th, and the year after that I get a 3rd, 4th, and 6th. And all I had to give up was a 1st and 2 6th this year. So the question is the person I wanted still going to be available there? I don't see the corner gone. Everyone doesn't know what I mean. There's a lot of left tackles on here. They're listed as top 5. But I looked at this corner, Dennis Jennings, with elite excel, elite jump, great strength, great agility, good speed, with phenomenal skills. I'm assuming the man has to be hidden. True value of 3. So he was better than where I picked. I moved back and still got him. He is hidden. We need to move some corners. We are having a corner fire sale after this draft. This is going to be fun. So for our second pick, we're going to take an Andrew Leach, a left tackle out of Washington State. Not a great player, not bad. Might move him to guard. He is hidden, so he's not bad. I don't really think he's going to be used this year. Just more or less a backup guard of the idea. And I do get one more pick here in the 2nd round. Just let's take a look at that. So they're definitely in the running for me taking their pick. So are the Broncos. Broncos or Buccaneers? I'll go Broncos because they're AFC. So I get their 6th and their 7th next year for our 2nd round pick 8 here. Which I really didn't like him on the board, which works out really well. So let's send him to the next round here. the no-brainer of a pick here. Randy Wilson, center out of Miami. Not bad, anything wise here. It doesn't even matter, but the stats are great. I don't see a point not taking him because we need a center. So that is fantastic to see. He might sit behind Andrews. He may not. He may even take the starting spot from Andrews. We are going to ride on the Broncos' downfall. We're trading away this first round 4th to the Broncos for a 3rd and a 6th. So I got their 1st, their 3rd, their 6th, and 7th next year. On to the end of the draft now. Let's see what we did. Because we did trade away most of our picks. So draft recap shows I'll pick a 1, 2, 3. 78 overall corner. Yes, sir. 71 overall left tackle. Might move him to guard. Not out of the question. 72 overall center. Not a bad one at all for us. Let's take a look at the NFL. Best player drafted at pick 1. Around on pick 23 was Ernest Dillard, free safety. So I missed on Melvin. I could have taken him at 4. I couldn't move out. They have JC Horn. I was trying to get JC Horn, but he doesn't want to be here. And then I took the second best, which is it's a noticeable drop off between these 3. I mean, there's a 6-0 between me and the first one. But that one kind of hurt. I was hoping to get one of the left outside linebackers in the first round, first 5, and I didn't, which it stinks because I either wanted. I thought about going Rotten, but I didn't want to. But not bad. I mean, I definitely think I made out like a bandit here. So at pick 1, so they took Noel with our pick. Hidden 75, not bad. He's a good right tackle. I just don't need it. We need to go to round 2 here. So round 2, pick 4 was us. But we moved pick 8 to the Broncos, and the Broncos took a right outside linebacker who was no Dev. Yes! I got there first for this. Thank you. That's all. I'm so happy. I'm so happy about that pick. The question is, what did the 4th move for them? Round 4, they had round 4 pick 1, and then they came back with round 4 pick. Or no, round 4 pick 1 was what trade them. Sorry. Please tell me it's bad. I am a bandit. I'm a bandit. I stole from the Broncos. Are we sure I'm not a raider or a thief? I feel like I just robbed them blind. Let's take a look at the team, though. Now that I've successfully just stole everything from the Broncos. I was preying on their downfall, and I'm even happier for their downfall. Looking at this, obviously, we're going to start here. We're also going to start Wilson. Oh. Actually, we're going to keep Andrews started. We're going to start Wilson over Bates. And we're going to start Leach over. So we're going double rookie starter over Riser, which is technically the only downgrade here on the offensive side of the ball, which isn't bad. Not a ton of great options at receiver. I could probably get him a second one. I didn't do a good job of replacing Moore, unfortunately. As far as defense goes, I mean, the issue with Jennings is, like, he's technically over Stevens. He unfortunately doesn't get in on here, which I would like him to. Jennings does get to return. But I want to move Gordon and I want to move Gilmore. I need to move, in my opinion, I need to move Bernard the Third. Bernard the Third needs to move. The man is right here. Gordon, maybe Gilmore. Honestly, I can get away with not moving without moving Gilmore. But I think Gordon and Bernard have to move. And that would probably be for right end or for a right outside linebacker. Offensive side of the ball wise, I mean, center and a receiver are big needs. Now, if I'm not mistaken though, Jones should want to re-sign now that we have a mentor. And this is a contract year for him, so he should resign, which is great for us because Wright should resign. Wilson will become a star center here in a little bit. Leach might become a star right guard for us. I don't know. Actually, he's a better thing at guard. I wonder if I just move him to right guard, if it will actually improve his stats. I'm curious. Let's find out. Let's move him to let's move to left guard to start and see what it says. So let's say the change with him is a left guard. Somehow moving him to left guard knocked out Wilson as a possible center option. But it gives him 72, so it doesn't really affect anything. But he might take over here, riser spot here. Either way, two rookies in. So not that bad. Everett needs to get moved, so Everett needs to move off of the offense, and Gordon and Bernard need to move. So we're gonna sim to the preseason and then make some trades here. Now that we've done that, so to the preseason, make some moves, see what happens. Let's find out. Hoodie swap, and we move Gordon to the Ravens for Jones, a 6th and a 4th in 2026. So not bad. That's the next draft coming up. So we get another 4th and 6th next draft. So that improves the right end position there. Let's take a look exactly what that looks like for this team after doing that move. So it doesn't improve anything in the O-line. Reorder, boom, done. This is, so we're doing a swap here. Leach goes here. Dude, Leach is probably one of the better face scans. Like, this looks like crap. This looks awesome. Sorry. Had to say it. Nothing else too bad here. Good, Wilson just make a better guard. Remove him and put Jones in the middle. That'd be funny. Defensive wise, I mean, that gives us 3 young stars. Sweat with some age here. Let's look to move Bernard. Honestly, we're going to give Steven Jennings a 2 there. Jennings over Gilmore. Stevenson's next there. We're looking at here. Gilmore gets the 2 with Molden and Poyer as seconds. Not too mad about that. As far as anything else goes, we need a replacement for Judon. So maybe move Bernard for someone to replace Judon here. And really, that's all we want to do for this year. I mean, ideally, we could try to find... we gotta move Everett. We'll see if we can move Everett for one of those. And we'll use Bernard for the other one. I don't know if we're going to be able to get anything for these guys. Because, yeah, he's 31. He's 20. He's 72 years overall. Unless I offer some picks with him, I'm not going to get anything. I get 2 firsts, a second, and 3 thirds. Let's go up the later third here and see what that gets me. Now, there's some interest. So let me see if I can find a solid receiver out of this that I like. So let's see if we can find us a 2. We're looking for about an 80 overall, I think. If I double check my receiver core really quick here. So I'm looking for an 80 or above wide receiver. Let's see if I can make that happen with something close to this package. Here's a trade I wasn't expecting. I moved Elijah Moore over to the Raiders for a 3rd, 6th, and 7th in this next draft. Mostly because if I show you this, if I show you their team, they don't have receivers. Now, granted, I don't have a ton of them, but I got a bit more to work with. Now, I still have Everett on the team. Trying to figure out how to upgrade. They got some aging edge rushers or outside linebackers here. And nope, no one really wants Bernard, unfortunately, which means I'm probably going to have to ride him out. But he's going to be a backup there, unfortunately. I can't move him. No one wants him. Like, when I say nobody wants him. That's all I got. Honestly, I'm going to counter the Titans' offer and take Keenan Allen back for a year. That's what I'm going to do. Honestly, that's what we're going to do. So we ended up doing something close to the Keenan Allen trade that they offered, which is Keenan Allen a 4th this year and a 4th in 2 years and a 6th next year for Bernard and a 7th in 2. So getting a good amount of draft capital back for this team. And we're not really flipping anyone for picks either. Like, That really didn't affect the starting lineup a time. Oh, I gotta do best lineup so the Keenan gets the 2 spot here behind Andunze, which is kind of nice. I mean, it's not bad. Pairing. Be a nice, reliable target for him. I'll flip all these ones. We do all the signings. In all honesty, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna put Jones at left guard. This is what this team's gonna look like. Ready? Bam! Let's go. All right, I gotta move Everett. And probably move him, and we'll probably move Johnson. Should try and get either receiver, a really good receiver, or some sort of outside linebacker. Let's see what we can do. I'm curious. All right, we made a move with the in-division Lions here to remove Johnson and Everett, a 3rd, 7th, 7th, and 7th this year for Rodriguez at outside linebacker. Now, if I do that really quick, I'm gonna have to giant best lineup, make the switch back here really quick. Obviously, because for some reason it doesn't identify this as the best lineup, which I think is stupid, but whatever. Alright, so there's the starting offense for this. So, not too bad. We got good and mediocre tight end. Hundunze should progress well. Swift and Mason can split the load here, and then I don't even have to re-sign Swift after this, which is nice. Like, I can if I want to, but if I don't really want to spend the capital, I don't have to. As far as defense goes, no. Jennings takes the 2, even though Gilmore's better than him. And then that gives us a fairly comparable core here with 2 decently young ones. I think they're both around the same age. I think they're both around 26, 27. Yeah, 26, 27, 27, 26. Edwards is the only one really leaning on close to the 30. So, gotta worry about him. Him and Sweat are the oldest 2. Edwards and Sweat are the oldest 2 on this team, or on this defense. Except for Gilmore, but Gilmore doesn't count because I have Stevenson literally right behind him. Which we're going to give Stevenson the 3. Pull Gilmore from the starting lineup. Gives Jennings a chance to run some more kick returns, everything back. Hopefully he gets superstar. We put return man on him. Gilmore gets the slot over Stevenson. Sweat, Dexter, Judon, Edwards, and Edmonds. The 1-2 for sub linebacker. And frankly, I mean, the O-line, we have to find a guard of some kind next year because we're going to lose Smith, which means Jones goes back over here and starts, which honestly, he's worse there, which is kind of funny. So maybe we need to find a guard because he's a better interior person. I mean, heck, he's an 81 overall center. So, but yeah, we're not looking too bad. We got Caleb Williams got some stuff, so let's go through, give him check his abilities, because obviously none of them are set. Just as heads up, the CPU did some auto cutting here. Now, really quick, Wright's still here. He's just injured for a week. But do you have an idea of what the best lineup looks like? Enter, please. And then we're going to leave Reiser there. Jones gets put back at tackle for 1 week while Wright's out. But we did do the following. We signed Tyler Lockett to a 1-year deal to give us a 3rd receiver here. That does give us a 2nd slot receiver, unfortunately, but not bad. As far as defensive goes, they did get rid of Stephon Gilmore in the trimming of the main roster, which leaves the big 3 at corner at the moment. Anything here-wise, nothing super duper important to see. I'm going to give Leach the long snapper big here, because why not? Nothing great out there. Specialists, pretty standard across the board. Nothing crazy, nothing fantastic. It'll be interesting to see how Jennings goes in terms of everything, because he's getting in a fair bit, and as are our 2 rookies. So, plus it is every rookie that we drafted that was hidden should get a depth trait of star or better. Everyone has a chance at superstar. And then Jennings has a chance at Superstar X Factor. It'll be interesting to see. But I wanted to let everyone know where we stood after the free season cuts, considering I saw Judon was gone, and so was Stephon Gilmore, which were 2 big ones that were in play but are no longer there. So we'll sim to the regular season for you guys, or the middle of the season. I'm going to go set my scouts, because apparently that's something gigantic in this game, and we'll see what we can do. Alrighty, by the mid-season, we are 1-6, and I'm going to be honest with you, I don't think we had a very good schedule for some reason after having, being 5 and something. I'm pretty sure we got dealt. Yeah. Don't know why my schedule's so difficult. Like, there's not an easy or like even semi-winnable. Like, I'm expected to lose this. I just want to say that. So they're gonna hand me a top pick here, unfortunately, which is fine. The other thing I want to see, I guess, would be really quickly, because we are somewhat heavily invested in their season. Is I'm blind. I passed them up. I just don't know where they're at. They're middle of the pack, so unfortunately their picks aren't turning out great for us. We kind of need them to start losing more is the issue. And I'm not seeing that, which sucks, but it is what it is. There's nothing I can really do about it. As far as the stats go, yeah, we don't got anybody on pace for anything, which is slightly expected. Again, we haven't had good matchups. Let's take a look at the team really quickly to see what they look like. That is funny that that's not the best lineup. So they have Leach at left, Wilson at right, and Jones in the middle because Wright's back. That's the best lineup. Okay. Undunze is still superstar. Caleb Williams is still X Factor. Komet Tremble look okay here, so not too bad off. We're not looking too bad. Lockett's back. Lockett's back in the lineup. He was out, I think, to start that season, if I'm wrong. Jones gets superstar somehow, and Jennings is a superstar, and he's an 81. He's gaining quickly on Johnson though. Like it's not like super close, but like he's gaining quickly. So not looking too bad here. I mean, a lot of 80, a lot of people sitting right around, if not 80 overall. So the defense is 87 is really good. We just gotta get the offense rolling. And I think, honestly, most of that probably sits at the receiver spot. We just don't have enough receivers for Caleb. And maybe a second tight end. And the O-line could probably use some help. But they're two young rookies. So hopefully they will start to gain quickly. As far as re-signs go, Brisker doesn't want to be here. We should be able to get Rodriguez back for until he's 30. Jones should be here until he's over 30. Travis Jones should be here until he's over 30. Do we want to re-sign Edwards? The question, though. Do we want to move Edwards for a strong safety? I mean, really, nobody else on here matters, to be honest with you. I mean, technically, Tyron Smith should. A, he doesn't want to be here. B, he's 34, so I don't even want to offer him. I don't have a need for the rest of you, or I want to it. Unfortunately, Wright doesn't want to be here. Why does Wright not want to be here? He needs a mentor, so we need to sign a right tackle mentor for him to be here. Okay. But we're accepting his 5th, so we have some time before we have to have that discussion. I'm going to go try to sign some people. First things first. We're going to move Brisker. Brisker doesn't want to be here. We're not making a run for it, and I'm assuming he wants to make a run for it. So, let's see what we can find for him. And we will then figure out if we want to move Edwards. I don't know if I want to do it. That one's a little bit of a tricky one for me. So we actually did move Edwards first with a 4th, 5th, both 5ths, and a 6th this year for Mitchell and Cross. And Cross is going to strong. So that's not a bad trade, in all honesty. Before we do any more re-signings and everything, I'm going to show you guys what that looks like because I do have to switch Cross. So let me do all of that. Actually, let me do some signings and switch Cross, and then we might see a trade or anything else, but we'll make some moves and show you what it looks like. So Brisker got moved to replace a right outside linebacker, which in my opinion was a great one. I gave up a bit more than I wanted. There's 2 6 this year, a 4th this year, a 4th in 2027, and a 4th in 2028. So a lot of force for it, but obviously I need to go through and do re-signs. But to show you guys what the team looks like, again, after this start, I'm not looking to make a run this year. There's no way we do it. I'm not even gonna say like, oh, there's no chance, dude. There's absolutely none if you're looking at this. Honestly, he's a better guard than he is at center, which is hilarious. But yeah, looking at this, I mean, Mitchell takes over at wide receiver here, wide receiver 2 at 78. Andy Starr, which is nice. Defensive side of the ball wise, We just traded for this man who is star. Looks pretty good. And then we traded for Cross, who was a free safety. We moved him to strong safety. He actually improved 2 overall. He was an 80 overall free safety and went to 82 when he moved, which is kind of nice to see. Jennings still sitting there. These two holding up the middle. So, I mean, everybody here, defense is almost set to make a run at this point. We just got to keep everybody. And Sweat, unfortunately, can't drop too much because if I look at him really quick, he's got 3 years, probably 2 years before he starts to regress. 1-2 years before he starts regressing. I think the biggest thing for Williams is if I can sign some star linemen, that'd be great. And maybe find me a second solid tight end and a third receiver. That's above the third receiver above an 80 overall. And I think that seals Caleb there. I am going to switch the playbooks really quickly to Cowboys. And I don't know what defensive playbook I want to run. I got to figure that one out. But Cowboys playbook on offense. We're going to figure out what we want to do in defense. Well, unfortunately for me, if you look, there's a lot of red. And the only one that was like somewhat promising where I'm not dead last is defensive passing yards per game. But we're up to an 84-85. Let's take a look at the team. I'm kind of curious to see what this looks like. I'm kind of worried. Everything here looks almost identical. Not a lot of stuff, except we figured Wilson gets star, and he does get star, which, again, I'm not surprised by. As far as defense goes, Edmonds is currently injured, and so is Jennings. But besides that, everybody kind of looks, again, exactly what we expected them to. So, it's not too bad. I think the plus side is I got a fair bit of, if I'm not mistaken, I have a fair bit of cap space going into this next year. Let's take a look at draft 3 because it'll tell us where we're picking. We get the 2nd overall pick. Does it tell us where the other one falls? The other one falls at 16. Because remember, we have the Broncos one too. Top 5 pick, they're saying guard. Honestly, guard's not out of the question. It's probably where it's going to go. I might try to trade it away to acquire a talent who is already proven themselves because, frankly, it's what I need. I need proven talent more than I need young talent because this team is young. Like, if we're looking at this really quickly, like, I have a young team on my hands. Like, I have a young Bears team. Like, Mitchell's somewhat young. Swift and Mason are somewhat young. And Dunze's somewhat young. Bad example. Young, decently young, decently young, decently young, decently young. These, even Pickett, like, these two decently young. Defensive-wise, like, the only person really of age on defense is Sweat. And technically Kendricks, but he's only in because Edmonds is hurt. Like, Edmonds, I think Edmonds is the 2nd or 3rd oldest person after Sweat. Like, I try to keep the key pieces here and build around them on the defensive side of things. Like, we kept Dexter Sr., we kept Sweat, we kept Stevens, we kept Johnson. I had to get rid of both safeties. We kept Edmonds. What else was here, though? I think that's really about it. Offensive side of the ball, we kept Williams, we kept Swift, we kept Ndunze, we kept Kmet, we kept Wright, we kept Jones. And then again, that's probably about it. So like, we're making a lot of moves, but that's what we need to do to get this team to win. Unfortunately, I might be trying to move that 1st round pick, or both, if not one of the 1st round picks, to acquire a superstar player. Because I think I need that more than I need a young talent. Normally I go back and I show you the awards to see like what we might have won, but we don't have a prayer. Again, we were bad. I don't see any regressions or anything here, which is good to see. And no regression, or Johnson regressed to superstar. So not as unfortunate, but again, defensive side of the ball, not bad. We could use a bit of improvement. Not a ton, maybe another 80 overall corner, but Stevens isn't that bad. Or I guess someone over Rodriguez would probably be about the best bet, or maybe a better free safety. That's really about it. Offensive side of the ball, I need to find another weapon. More than likely, we're going to look for something in free agency. And we might even look for another tight end in free agency to replace Trimble and move him down to 3. But I think I need to find a guard. I need to find 1 to 2 guards and probably a center. And I think that should fix this rebuild entirely. But I'm assuming to the offseason, I don't have to re-sign anybody, which is nice. And then I'll show you guys the cap, and then I'll show you guys the free agency once we're done with everything there. Alrighty, as everybody can tell here by the $5 million left in cap space sitting there, we made some moves, folks. We did not go after Andrews, but we got Thuney. I swear it's cheating if I ever sign Brock Purdy when he's in free agency, but at the same time, I really want to. We got Kirby Joseph, though. So we signed Thuney, Kirby Joseph. So big offensive line signing, big defensive help signing. A fullback signing, Mike Evans to be at wide receiver 2. Carlson is a slight upgraded kicker just because we could. Kelly is the new starting center, I believe, and Sheriff takes over as starting right guard. So the rookies go down. I guess the first year players now go down to the veterans, which is kind of what we want. We wanted to try to throw some age in the lineup here. Give you kind of a look of what that looks like. Wilson takes over here. Leach is on double backup duty. Thuney takes over at the backup spot here. And Sheriff takes over there. So we got a lot of spots here. Obviously, Evans takes over the 2. Technically, our weakest spot is our left tackle. Honestly, I wouldn't be opposed to putting Thuney there and putting Leach in. Although it's a 2 downgrade for Thuney and a 1 downgrade to Jones, which isn't smart. So we're not going to do that. But it would show up the left tackle position there. As far as the defense goes, they're all looking pretty good. The lowest starting person is now Rodriguez by far at 79. Him and technically Stevens, but that puts our defense at 88. The offense is really the limiting factor. And again, I'm not opposed to looking at this and saying, "Hey, the smart decision here." First off, this is getting moved because we're gonna put somebody else here, and not the 71 overall person. By the way, I think one of these picks, if not both of these first round picks, are going to get moved for a star receiver. Like, I'm going to go trade for something crazy. But we'll figure that out here in a little bit. But I got a little bit of scouting to do. And the next thing you might see is a move, not a pick. But only time will tell for you guys. It's a matter of seconds for you. It's a matter of minutes for me. Let's see what happens. So I had to get rid of Mike Evans in this because I needed the cap space to do it. But I acquired Pickens and Frazier from the Steelers. So there's a big move for the first pick. Is their pick. Number 2 is gone. So let's take really quick. Who do the Steelers take? They go quarterback. Seth McFerrin, which we weren't going to go with, in all honesty. Is very disciplined. Gary, you're getting the tight end 2, if not the tight end 1 spot here, sir. Looks the ball into his hands too fast for linebackers. That's a big one. No issue catching through traffic. Huge. He's only normal dev? I think that's a crime, but I have no say in this. Let's sim up to pick 2 here. Honestly, I might be trading away our rest of our selections. The issue is I don't know what this team, what I want to go for here. I really don't need anything else to get a win soon. And we're pretty set for a while. Until we have to start paying people, we're good. I guess technically the only thing I want to try to find might be either a middle linebacker or maybe package Sweat and get a big D tackle signing. That's the only thing I can really think of. Would be trying to package Sweat and get a huge D tackle signing. I might do that. I may look at some trade offers and some trade ideas I have here, but we'll see what we can do. Let me take a look here. So we did make a move. It's for our 2 pick here to get Murphy from the Seahawks. So there's another superstar that we're adding to this defense, which frankly just makes it that more terrifying. But I'll show you guys how that pick turns out at the end here once we've done our 3rd round selections. As you can tell there, I have 66, 72, 76, 80. So I could, in theory, package this for another good player if I want to. The problem becomes, if I do want to, is it worth it? Like, the issue is, I don't have a need for all these picks, unfortunately. I don't know. We gotta figure something out here. Okay, so here's my conflict when I'm looking at this. I try to keep as many big names of the team on here as I can. Like, I'm keeping Swift, I'm keeping Williams, I'm keeping Undunze, I'm keeping Komet, I'm keeping Wright. Like, the middle of the line was nobody's. The issue I have is with Jones, because he's a solid left tackle. But to finish this super team off, he is the piece on this offense holding it back. Technically, Pickens not being above a 90 is probably what's another thing holding it back. Or not having another 80 plus overall tight end is not holding it back. But I mean, the defense, again, all young players, all amazing. Even the trade we just did with Murphy the second. I mean, he's only, 23? And he's got some good stuff there. I also had to double check his superstar stats because I didn't know what they had him as. But, like, the holding me back piece here. And the conflict that I have is, he's an original member of this Bears team. He was a piece that I wanted to build around. But now that I'm sitting at I am so close to being well over the hump here, that I think either him or, like, moving Mason would be our best bet. You move Mason to get like a superstar running back or something would be huge. What's Swift labeled as? He's listed as an elusive back. See, I'd have to move Swift because Mason's a power back, and I want to keep the power back. Because I want to move both of them, because I can put like them in 2/3 together, and I feel like I could get something great for both of them. The issue is then, like, that's two pieces of this Bears team that they can build around that I chose not to. Which it's an internal conflict right now, because on one hand, I want to run now because, like, I'm not going to have Thuney next year. I'm not going to have Sheriff next year. So I'm going to take a step back. I don't think it's enough for it to become detrimental because I have two, like, middle of the pack guards here with Wilson and Leach. I have Frazier for a while. I have Williams for a while. I have the receiving core. Like, the offense isn't going to go where the defense is going nowhere anytime soon. Most of these guys are under contract for years on end, except for, like, Sweat and Edmonds, I think. I'm going to move one. I tell you what, I've come to the decision. I'm going to move one. I'm going to either move Swift or I'm going to move Jones. I will not move both. So the question is, do I want to give Williams an even better offensive line? Or do I want to give him a better running back? I technically actually take back. There's now a third option in play, which is move Mitchell and some thirds to acquire another 80+ overall receiver and basically give him option A, option B, option C, put them on there. They're all superstars. Which I might, honestly, that sounds like the best one without cheating everything. So I think we're going to do that. So we got a superstar Leggett at an 82. I basically went and got a bunch of young receivers for him to throw to. That's funny. I just realized that. I gave up 2 of the thirds and Leggett for that one. So we gave him three superstar receivers all around the same overall. So not bad. I'm going to go see if I can move Mason in 2/3 for something here now. There was the Mason trade for Jonathan Taylor. I had to give up 3/3 this year, a 4th this year, and a 2nd next year with Mason to get him. But it is well worth it because now the team looks like so. I have built dominance. Swift is still technically, and even though he's only the RB2, I don't think he's actually going to see the field a lot. But we've given Williams receiving weapons out the wazoo, a pretty damn good O-line, if I do say so myself. Technically, we could use some tight end help here, but I'm not worried with the man we drafted there. I've given this defense every weapon you can think of. I don't think I've ever seen so many superstars on one team. And the best part is, there's only two of them who have technically earned it while I've had them. Jones in a game, I'm assuming, because he was star when I had him, and then I put him mid-season and he wasn't. And Jennings has had it since he was drafted. And then offensive side of the wise, Ondunze got superstar during the season, first season. Williams got X Factor during the first season. Thuney's, I'm pretty sure he's had it forever. And then Pickens and Leggett both had it. We traded for both of them. And Jonathan Taylor, and he's had it. First off, why is this man labeled as a power back? And his first one is first one free. We all know we want Freight Train. No, I don't want Jukebox sounds actually somewhat decent. I'm gonna leave it at that. I'm gonna leave his alone. We're not touching his abilities. I'm simming through the draft. I really just want to see what the tight end pick was, because we basically got rid of the rest of the draft for players to help us be dominant now. So let's take a look. Alrighty, post draft here really quick. View it. We have a 75 overall tight end and a 70 overall running back. We drafted a power back in the 4th round whenever we just traded for Jonathan Taylor. Thanks, CPU. That was totally a pick we need. But 75 overall tight end takes that to number 2, by the way. Now, unfortunately, for anyone who might have missed my commentary on that first part, he is only normal dev. So he is right there, sitting at normal dev. But we now have an 88-89. And I think it is only fair that we do what we always do in these rebuilds, which is we switch this to KC, and we switch this to Pittsburgh's defense. That is how we do almost all of these rebuilds. That's been all reliable. I don't put like this. We're going to throw a lot. We have a lot of weapons for him to throw to, so I'm okay with that. And I'm hoping Jonathan Taylor can be Jonathan Taylor and just pound the ball when needed here. Defensive side of the ball wise, let's see if these boys can show up. I mean, we have handed them basically a superstar graded defense and superstar weapons for Caleb Williams. If we can't do it this year, then I'm going to be honest with you, I don't know what hope there is. But on to the preseason, and we're going to see how we go. I'll be kind of curious to see how we get stat-wise and everything here. But I have a feeling we outrank most people here. So give it a go. And by midseason, we are 5-2. I have no idea what the schedule looked like, so that's going to be something we got to question. Titans win. Lost to the Packers barely. Lost to the Cardinals barely. Win over the Vikings, which is good to see. Win over the Dolphins, winning over the Vikings again. Win over the Packers, so we're 1-1 against the Packers. We got our first game, basically of 2 against the Lions. And we're done with our division after that. We just got to beat the Bucks, Falcons, Giants, Pats, Saints, Panthers, Jets, Bills. Okay. Nothing crazy here. I mean, honestly, we're looking much better than I thought I would. Honestly, I'm trying to think like here. I mean, Giants 2-5. Detroit's 4-2. Bills are 4-3. I mean, most of these teams we can probably beat here, for being honest with ourselves. Jonathan Taylor currently holds the rushing most touchdowns and yards on significantly less carries, by the way. And then nothing else I'm seeing on this, unfortunately. We are what? best rushing team, one of the better point scoring and throwing team. The defense's opponent passing is low, but I'm assuming that's because everyone has to throw the ball against us. We got what, 94 million in there. We got signed Dexter Sr., Taylor, Stevenson, Swift, Edmonds. I mean, there's not a lot of big names, actually. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and whatever else you identify as, we now have the playoff photo. As you can see, unfortunately, we did not win our division. And when I show you the record of 11-5, I think it is 12-5. My apologies. You might be saying, how did you not win it? Well, when there's two 14-3 teams, you're not going to get there. Unfortunately, I do have a better record than the AFC or the NFC West and the NFC South, but because they get priority, they get to be higher seeds than we do. Now, the plus side is 5. There is a highly unlikely chance that we play the Lions first. Is at 5. I'm gonna say take the back at 5. We more than likely will play the Lions first. Actually, no, we won't, because more than likely the Cowboys should beat the Bucks, which they're lower than us, and they'll play the Lions. Will play the Eagles, and then we might play the Lions in the NFC Championship. As far as the other side goes, I mean, I'm just worried about 1, 2, 3, and we just beat 3. So we are currently, to my knowledge, I'm only down one person going into playoffs here, if I'm not mistaken. We got the injury report. I think we're only down 1. Yeah. And it is Dexter Sr. with a fractured kneecap. He's done for the year. He's been out for just about the entire season, so that's not exactly a concern. Honestly, I would show you guys this game, except we're probably going to curb stomp them, so I'm not going to show you that. I'm just going to go right on the divisional, and we'll see what happens. Well, I won. Not in dominating fashion, but I won. And now we get the Eagles, which is about what we suspected. Yeah, basically our side played out exactly as we thought. Actually, the other side's not. The Broncos beat the Bills, which we thought was going to be a 1, 2, 3, and let me say 4 or 5 was a toss-up. So 1, 2, 3, 4 is honestly what I would have thought had been looking at that, and 1, 6, 2, 5 is exactly what we thought was going to happen here. So let us cue into the game. We'll actually play some moments against the Eagles, and let's see if we can squeak out a win here. Alrighty, first time on the game here. They're letting me play some defense. I'm going to try to keep it to 1 defense, 1 offense, but more than likely this is going to probably be a decently long defensive possession, just because they're giving me the entirety of what it looks like the red zone draft for them here. Kirby Joseph, what the... I just watched a man hit stick Barkley, fall down, and then stand up like he's like possessed. Sweat, get off! Unfortunately, couldn't get off the block. That stinks. Let's go cover. We'll go some man coverage. I mean, I don't know if my corners can match up. Edmonds, Try to get a hit stick off with Edmonds there. It didn't work. I really thought he might have it, but I guess not. I guess he's not him. Go Robinson here. I'm gonna shoot the gap. Going right the guard here. Back up now. Get there. 1, why was that so delayed? 2, how is it not a fumble? And they've got a injury to Barkley. No, not Saquon. I mean, yay, it's the injury to somebody who's been kicking my butt all game, but not Saquon. I like Saquon. Nah, it didn't work out. Kirby, get there. Check. Alright, well, there's my 1. Give me a defensive 1. I'm not playing 2 defensive ones. We're just going to let it sim through to the end here, I guess. I'm so concerned here. Well, we have a minute of 4 left. We are down by 2 possessions somehow to the Eagles. I don't know how I have built a super team, and yet we can't score. Throw it to commit. All right, or Madden Sim. Are you trying to fuck me over? Like, Legitimately. What am I watching? We refuse to run it, and yay, we scored a touchdown. I need a 2-point conversion. Please, for the love of God, don't run the football. I am begging you, don't run the football. Thank you. Why was that the... Well, that's official. We lost, and I might crash out. I very well might crash out here in about 2 seconds. I'm gonna let this play, and I'm gonna go try not to crash out. I'm just in time to watch my team lose. How many hours did I put into this rebuild so far? 3? 2 or 3? Well, there was a decent amount of names here in free agency to sign. I signed none of them because, as you can tell, I have 440k in cap. You know what my one signing was? I signed Chris Boswell as a kicker for 1 year because I need a kicker. So I basically brought everybody back to redo it again. So the team didn't change. Literally all that happened, right guard retired, replaced with the young guy who we've been working with. And then Thuney, unfortunately, can probably get replaced by Wilson. There's nothing really we can do there. But triple X Factor, triple superstar on the offense here at 89 overall. And then defensive side of the ball, we have Jones, who has lost his superstar. Dexter, who's still currently out, but we'll have him back at an 84 at the number 2 spot. Johnson got up to Superstar X Factor. Kirby kept his. Jenny kept his. Everything here looks the same. As far as all this goes, we just need this to work now. And that's a lot to ask. I'm not even going to look at the draft. I'm simming the entire draft. I know I have picks in here. I'm not picking. I'm going in, starting it, and simulating it. I don't care what we have. It's not going to make a difference. I'm not starting. Sorry if my mood's kind of down. I am very, very, very upset about that last game, and it's going to probably ruin me for the rest of this video. Let's take a look at how the NPC drafted for the entire thing, because I didn't touch anything. We had 1, 2 3s, 3 4s, and 2 5s. And they want wide receiver to start, which is an interesting one. He's a 75. He's not bad. He's not seeing the field. I star-studded that receiver room. This would be the only one that really is of importance, I guess. I mean, he might see the field. I doubt it. I think Steffens or whoever we drafted last year is above him, but let's pop in and see how it looks, I guess. It's the best way to put this. My apologies. I am filming this at like 2 in the morning after being up for work at like 6. I am tired. So, yeah, Fludes is second spot there. Hartle takes over at fullback. As far as everything else goes, I mean, Atkins has the 4, which is nice. I mean, because honestly, it's a good 4 to have right there. In case the get or anybody gets injured, he'll be able to step in and get some reps. Defensive side of the ball. Stills at the backup outside linebacker. Hartwell taking over backup D tackle. And then I'm assuming there's nothing on special teams here. Yeah. So nothing really changes there. I'm going right. I'm simming 1 week to the preseason, and I'm just going right to playoffs. I'm not looking at anything. We're just going there. Because if I don't get it, honestly, if my team can't get it through this, out of prayer. Well, we made playoffs, for anyone who couldn't tell. And the playoff bracket is Bengals at 1, Colts at 2, Browns at 7 on the other side here. And we got the 5th spot again, with the Lions being behind us in Green Bay. So we have 3 from our conference in here. More than likely, if we win, I'm assuming we're playing the Bucks, provided everything goes the way it looks. Everything else here, not as dominant this year at all by any means. I mean, the offense is still pretty dominant, but the defense definitely lacked. 11-6 puts us at what, second? We beat everyone in the NFC East and NFC West, and only lost to the number 1 ranked NFC South team. So we're one of the top teams in this thing here, which is good to see. Nobody holds any top points here. Let's take a look, see if we have any major injuries going into this. Kind of curious to see if we do. That is not what I meant to click. I said I was tired earlier, and I was not kidding. I am slightly out of it. We're down. Oh, that's not a good sight. I'm down probably my top receiver and my star quarterback is done. Both of them are done for the playoffs. I have to put them both on IR. They're not coming back in time for anything. Oh, are you kidding me? Bro, that genuinely hurts. Well, let's go sign a backup quarterback, I guess. Because I don't know what we got. Free agents. Best quarterback available is Matthew Stafford. Well, I go with Jake Browning, Jameis Winston, Geno Smith, or Matthew Stafford. Well, I'm relying on a 40-year-old Matthew Stafford, I think, to win me a Super Bowl with the Chicago Bears. How does that sound? Why can't I sign him? You must clear up $660K before signing him. Are you? Gosh, dang it. Can I sign Geno? Maybe. Let's see if it lets me sign Geno. No, I have to clear cap space. Who's someone meaningless who we can cut, I guess. I need to clear up 600, so the first person we can cut is Wheeler. So Wheeler's gone. Yep, Wheeler will free up 80-something in cap. And that will let me sign Stafford. Because I haven't even looked at who is even on my team. I don't want to look until I sign Stafford. I mean, I'm being honest. I don't want to look at general. But Matt Stafford's been signed. Take a look. We're down 2 people. We can't even sign if we want to because we're maxed out. But the team looks as follows. We have Matt Stafford, Kenny Pickett, and Hendon Hooker as our 3 quarterbacks now. And we got Pickens, Leggett, and Atkins as our receivers. Oh, does this look like a disaster waiting to happen? Well, let's see if we can do it, folks. I'm going to play this game against the Cardinals. I'll include I'm going to play the moments against this team. I'll let you guys know if there's anything of value here. If not, you'll just see the end score. I'm not going to overload it with anything that's not worth seeing. Well, go figure. We won. Not as high as I thought it would have been. 35 points only. It's kind of low in my opinion. But we're going up against number 2 in division matchup here. Do you have everyone an idea, though, of how that went? The last time that we played, we had, Packers lost 14-28. Lost 31-35. So we are 0 for 2 against them on the season. And this is to go to the Super Bowl. So, real quick again. Bengals, Jets, Colts, Chiefs, Bucks, Lions. So I very well could play Cardinals, division, Super Bowl. Let's take a look. Let's play some moments. We only get 2. Let's see if we can make the most of it. Alright, they're giving us the first drive here, so how could I turn that down as a chance to open this up and hopefully get some good scoring here? Like I said, we're currently being led on by Matthew Stafford because Caleb Williams is done for the year. And because they ran each other, there's no catch. It's a great first one here. Real happy. As you can tell, I'm trying to contain whatever rage is building up inside of me because, dude, it takes Stafford so long to audible. Motion from Komet. Looking. Going underneath here to Pickens. Short, but got us close to the first down, which is huge. Let's go zone split. Hand it off to Taylor for 2. Get the big power back involved here. Boom. First down. Yes, sir. Good one to start. We're going with some spacing here. We got a lot of stars sitting on this right side, so let's have Pickens go here. Dude, it takes him 5 seconds to audible a route. Watch. 24, right? Why'd that first one take so long? That's so dumb. Checking safeties. Going middle to Leggett. Got him. First down. Airing out early and somewhat often here. 2 out of 3 plays ran are passing plays. Leggett, single coverage, not pressed, so I don't think we're going to get him like we want to. Going over the middle to Pickens. Blocked downfield from Leggett. Using it. Let's go. On the board early. Let's go, baby. See who gives me a defensive possession here? No, but they get 7. Big third down to end the first here. I'm getting my defensive play. See if we can get a stop here. Dobson. Who is Dobson? Who is in who shouldn't be in? All over it, baby. All over it. But that's the defensive one. Let's go to the end here and see what we can do. Well, we're finishing up a drive here. 1st and 10, a minute 47 left, and we are winning in dominating fashion. So I'm feeling quite happy about this because it means the being up until 3 in the morning trying to do this is absolutely ridiculous. But worth it. Because if I can have the video filmed, I may be up for almost 24 hours and losing sleep while I have to still go get my car done in the morning. It's worth it, in my opinion. Especially if we win. I just kind of hope this speeds through faster, because if I'm not mistaken, that appointment is for when again? I forget how early I scheduled that without like thinking about the consequences of scheduling it. Where's my camera roll? I scheduled it for and tell me what I scheduled it for. Shoot. It just says the date, time, and dang it. I hit the screenshot whenever it said it. I'm pretty sure I closed out of the Pep Boys thing. Oh, I scheduled it for 9:30. Crap. That means if I go to bed in like 2 minutes ago, I have under 7 hours of sleep. I'm an idiot. Thank you, Matthew Stafford, for being Matthew Stafford, because Caleb Williams is hurt. What have we learned from this? I don't know. I've learned nothing. I'm so tired of this. But on to the next game. Alright, we're in better spirits after yesterday because, well, it's been 5 hours of sleep and I sat there and waited for my car. On to the remaining part of this video now that I have energy and I don't feel depressed. We beat the Packers. On to the Bucks. Winner plays who? Winner plays the winner. 1-2-1-5. Fuck! Shit. Fuck! Why? Why'd it have to be them? Well, we all know the rules. Play the moments, play 2 moments, sim the rest of this, and figure out if we actually can do anything well. I'm hoping yes. Do I make any promises? Fuck no. But Matt Stafford, lead us to the promised land again. Repeat with the Rams. Repeat with the Rams. Repeat with the Rams. If everyone wondering why I have Matthew Stafford, because I already forgot. I forgot Caleb Williams is injured. So I drafted Pickett as a backup and then went, nah, you sat for so long, we're signing Matt Stafford because it's Matthew fucking Stafford. Yeah, man doesn't get injured. Come on, boys. Yes, sir. Thank you, Cleveland. You finally did something right and you gave me a player. It wasn't Newsom. I always take Newsom from them. Give me in. Red zone alert. Take advantage. I got 9 yards. We're going MTN drive. We're hitting Dems or Pickens. Let's go. Come on, baby. You're supposed to call the motion, Stafford. That was anticlimactic, made me look stupid. No, wrong one. Still works. I'll take it. I completely meant to throw it to the dude running to Demp over the middle. And I pressed RB and not X because I was not thinking. But 4-point lead to start. On to the ending. All right, last chance for them on this drive. 4th and 10. Minute 03 left in the 4th, and we're winning handingly. Handingly, baby. Baker, I would say I would like you to do well, but I don't want you to do well because it's me. Go, let's go. Come on. Run it out, baby. We're done. Give it to Taylor. 30 leading. 2 best players in the offense going right there. Let's go. I feel like I built a team that can win the rookie. Or like a 69-year-old quarterback. As long as you can put the ball to the receivers when they need it, they'll be fine. And I can run this ball like crazy. We are going to the Super Bowl, baby. To the Super Bowl. The Bears are going to the Super Bowl, baby. I don't have time to make that Da Bear joke. Matthew Stafford coming in for Caleb Williams. Is it like somewhat legitimate? No, because I don't think the Rams are getting rid of him until he retires. But we're winning. We're winning. The first Super Bowl appearance from the Bears. Let's give you a look at the Colts before we go look at everything really quickly. So we're going to the Colts game here. They're 1 game better technically, team-wise. We win in offensive points. We win in offensive passing. They're a better rushing team. They're better at limiting opponent points. They're better at opponent passing yards. Basically, their defense is better. But I don't think they're winning this. I think the Bears are bringing it home, baby. Let's go. Here come the Bears, baby. Let's go. Go beat these Colts. Screw you guys. You ain't winning shit. You ain't winning damn nothing. We winning this game right easy right now. Easy money. 3. Look at this. Stafford basically just has superstars to throw to if Adunze was here. Going to commit early. Block for Taylor. Let's go, commit. Let's go. Dominating. Dominating one right there. Love it. Fantastic. Fantastic. Commit. I want to go with you. Over the middle. Dang it, Pickens! I should have probably possession caught that. I tried to run. That's fine. Atkins, clear out the other way, my friend. Come back across. Oh, look, you went to Taylor. And I gave it to Komet because of that. Boom! He just shrugged off whoever that was like he didn't exist. Alright. You know what? It's unrealistic for me just to sit here and throw the ball. Because I can. Unrealistic. Who the heck just came out of nowhere? I was like, oh, one-on-one with the safety. Dubs. Next thing I see was just somebody come barreling over. Just boom. I was like, what? Where'd you come from? Pickens, maybe? Looking for Pickens early. Pickens. Got him. Ah! The only issue with that route is sometimes it does that and it bugs. Thanks, man. Thanks for being able to call it a game. Now, I just can't. I'm not punting. I'm going for this. What do you mean? It's Brad Brady. It's 4th and 11. This isn't legitimate. I don't care. Come on, get there. No! I didn't get there. Darn it. Ah, I threw the short one trying to get there. Well, I'm not playing every offensive play, so I guess we're going to the end here because we're almost at the end of the first. Let's see how we turn out. We start out 0-0 here. I'll be curious to see what we do. Ladies and gentlemen, minute 13, victory formation. We're gonna do it, baby! Come on. One more second. Snap the ball whenever we win. It's game over. You know what this means? Party lights are back on, baby! Why are we kicking this? There's no point kicking this. Murder! Let's go! Watch me. Da Bears, da Bears, da Bears win the Super Bowl. Oh, does that just look stupid? Coach of the Year is Zach Taylor of the Bengals. Bengals MVP, Bengals Offensive Player, Lions, Browns, Saints. Matthew Stafford wins MVP for the Bears because Caleb Williams is injured. I don't have it on Doomsday. It still works though. If you guys enjoy, come back again for the next rebuild. If you guys want to give me 2 seconds, if you guys want to sim ahead like 13 seconds in the video here, I will tell you who we're doing this with. Or you can take a guess. I'm going to take your guess in below while I pull it up here because I don't remember. I forgot. We're doing the Chargers. So I get McConkey. Interesting. We're also going to use Jim Harbaugh for the coach. I won't change anything. But let's see what we can do. Enjoy that video. Thank you for watching and have a great day.